Welcome back. In today's story, we will continue the story of a man telling a story about his messy, divorced with his cheating wife. In case you missed part 2 of this story, here's how it went down. The writer is still in contact with the boss's wife, which his wife hates. She fears he will have a revenge affair, but he insists their relationship is just friendly. His wife continuously pleads for a chance to rebuild their marriage, but he remains firm in his decision to divorce her, as he cannot forgive her long affair. Despite her efforts, including therapy and apologies, he struggles with anger and has lost respect for her. He is torn between love and resentment, feeling conflicted about moving forward with the divorce. His wife offers to try to rebuild their relationship post-divorce, but he is unsure, seeing no benefit in it. Now let's get right into the story. My wife and I have decided to be civil and spend the holidays together as a family. It will be the last holiday that will ever happen, although my wife is still hoping otherwise. I wanted to do this for our kids' sake. I love my kids. Our divorce will be final in the middle of February, for those of you who are curious. We have split everything half and half, although she has been very generous on her side. I still don't know whether it's a tactic and she might turn nasty later, but so far she has been nice and confesses that it's because I have been a great husband and father, so she feels I should get a more than fair divorce considering what she has done. That is not to say that she will lose a lot out of the divorce, but I do get slightly more thanks to her. I have decided to stop going to therapy with her. It was giving her false hope and sending her mixed signals. She has confessed that she has a burning desire to be intimate with me throughout the time I've been absent here, and her understanding that I felt emasculated and undesirable thanks to her affair. She has been frequently, and I mean frequently, trying to engage me in sex. In all honesty, my wife hardly initiated sex before all this, so I found it a bit upsetting that she was doing it now. Over time, I grew to appreciate the fact that she saw this as a hang-up of mine and wanted to address it. I've rejected her, though, but she still persists adamantly, stating that this has nothing to do with reconciliation and she just wants me to feel good and desired. I have cut off contact with the boss's wife, or I would call as other betrayed spouse for now on, because that man is no longer my boss, because things were getting a little too personal for my liking. To the person who pointed out that I was having a revenge affair, I guess you were not way off. I didn't even realize it myself until the other betrayed spouse confessed that she does want to try and see where this relationship between us goes. She has stated that she would wait for my divorce to be finalized before we tried anything. I was very confused and had no answer for her, so we have decided to take a break from being around each other until everything is sorted out. The other betrayed spouse is an attractive woman, but I don't know if I can return her feelings. I don't know how to handle that at all. Someone insinuated that being around the other betrayed spouse is affecting her possible reconciliation with her husband. I assure you that I have nothing to do with her decision to leave him. She is done with him, and that's all her. We do not talk badly about our spouses when we're around each other. The ex-boss recently met me in person to apologize for everything that happened. He was always an arrogant guy, and this experience really humbled him. I did not accept his apology. Call me petty, but I don't give a damn about what he's going through. I have a question. Is it okay for me to have sex with my wife even if we're not reconciling? I have to admit, I miss having sex. I miss the intimacy and closeness of it all. My wife is eager and has been trying everything possible to initiate it. New lingerie, sexting, touching, letters, etc. And sometimes I find it hard to resist. She even threw away, burned and replaced anything that had to do with the ex-boss in my house without me asking her to, because frankly, I just didn't care to know exactly where they had sex. It's not easy for me to switch off these feelings. Is this a trap? Am I being played? Before someone says, kick her out of the house, I have already tried that, and I want her here because it's less of a hassle until the divorce is done. It's finally dawned on me now. I thought I wasted all these years on a woman who was nothing but worthless. But she gave me great kids and great memories. He's things I will never forget and will cherish as a man. But I finally understand. I can do better than her, and I'm going to do better than her. I finally understand that I deserve better than her. She screwed me over, put me down, and made me feel less than when another man showed her attention. She literally invested her energy in another dude. I can't believe I'm finally coming to terms that I'm over her. Only now. Now she does whatever it takes to keep me. Now she's investing her energy in us. Now she wants me to be happy when she didn't give a damn before. Now she wants to be this adventurous person in sex with me. The sex we had was never mind-blowing, but I liked it. Now I see how much I've missed out on through her texts with the ex-boss. I know just the tip of the iceberg, how graphic their trysts were. Now she wants to show me just how much she loves me when, admittedly, she has been quite lazy before. The lazy sex speaks volumes to me now. She gives me space and is happy and supportive of anything I do when before it was all about giving her attention and providing for her at the same time. Now she sees me as the king I wished she saw me as before, but no, I had to smack her off her pedestal first. Now she's the ideal woman, but it seems fleeting to me. Now she is completely transparent with me about everything. She is brutally honest too, even if it will upset me or embarrass herself. I don't think I've ever seen any woman with a constant look of shame on her face before. She wishes this affair never happened. I can see how much she kicks herself every day. I can see the hopelessness on her face when I'm just not receptive to anything she does. She looks so miserable, especially when she tries to hide it. It makes me hate myself sometimes, but to me it's necessary. Why can't I see this as a positive thing? Why can't I judge her for her actions now? They show remorse, right? Many people have had affairs and come out even stronger than before, right? Why am I basing my decisions off emotion and not a place of mature objectification? Someone else will end up getting the better and improved version of her while I venture into another uncertain relationship. Why not fight for this when everything seems to point to something good in the future? These are the lines I've been given, and I have one answer. I will not accept disrespect. Maybe I was willing to in the early stages of discovery, but I woke up from that quickly. This is to answer the people who have me and regularly ask about my situation. I'm going to enjoy this Christmas with my entire family and then move on from my wife. I decided to stop listening to the nonsense I created in my head to keep my wife's control over me and move on entirely from the idea of her. I will not be dating her or giving us another chance. We are over for good. I'd like to say that my wife isn't a villain, and that is true. I want her to be happy as well, but it will never be with me. She has shown me that. I have called the other betrayed spouse today and offered her dinner after the holidays for her support when I absolutely hit rock bottom. She said she would love to. I know this stuff doesn't happen often, but we really supported each other throughout all of this. And I owe her thanks. Before people start talking about how much I planned this with the other betrayed spouse, I honestly did not. My emotions have been so screwed up these past few years that the very thought of another woman never crossed my mind. And it's not going to. I will tell this to any woman. Although my divorce hasn't been much of a hassle, I am losing a lot of money. Still, the whole idea of marriage just seems like a sham to me now. Sorry for being so cynical right now. I don't want this post to offend anyone, but I'm still jaded. I gave my best years to this woman, and I'm starting to realize how little I got back. We were officially divorced. It's been a long time coming. My ex and I have officially separated for good. It happened almost 3 weeks ago. For the better part of a few days after the fact, I grieved like I lost a loved one. I think it hit me extremely hard that my marriage failed so spectacularly. I never cried that hard ever since I discovered the affair in the first place. I raged a lot too. Definitely one of my lowest points. Everything has been organized for my ex, partially on my part for the kids' sake. She moved out of the house, and I'm looking to buy her out of her part of it. She lives in an apartment now, a very big downgrade for her, and it pretty much depresses her. She is still going to therapy, still invested in reading and studying infidelity. Don't know exactly why she's reading this now, though. I've had long talks with her leading to, after the divorce, minimal physical contact. I know I shouldn't entertain her now, but she's still the mother of my kids, and I want us to be good co-parents. I'm nothing if not logical about the situation, largely thanks to her understanding and support through this difficult time. I'm starting to see that maybe she's not such a bad person after all. She's still trying to be a good mum and is doing her best to make sure the kids are okay. She has been trying to help me with the kids as much as possible, and I appreciate that. She's not making this difficult for me. I've been seeing a therapist myself, and it's been helping a lot. I'm still processing everything and trying to understand what went wrong and how to move forward. I'm learning to forgive myself for some of the things I did and said during this whole ordeal. I'm not proud of some of the things that came out of my mouth, but I was hurt and angry, and I didn't know how to process those emotions. I'm starting to feel like myself again. I'm going out more with my friends, and I'm starting to enjoy my hobbies again. I'm still not dating anyone, and I don't think I'm ready for that yet, but I'm open to the idea of meeting new people. I've been focusing on myself and my kids, and that's been a good distraction. I'm still in touch with the other betrayed spouse. We talk occasionally, and she's been doing much better. She finally left her husband and is now living with her parents. She's been focusing on her career and her kids and seems to be doing well. I'm happy for her. I'm still in touch with my ex-wife. We talk about the kids and other things, but I'm very careful not to give her any false hope. She still tries to make me jealous by talking about how much fun she has with her friends and how much she's enjoying her freedom. I just smile and nod and tell her I'm happy for her. I'm not going to lie, it does sting a little, but I'm learning to deal with it. I'm still working on myself and trying to heal from all of this. I know it will take time, but I'm confident that I will eventually be okay. I hope this can bring some closure to this long and messy chapter of my life. I wish you all the best, and thank you for reading. And that's the end of this story. What do you guys think of this story? Do you have any things to say to the writer? Let me know in the comment section.